I mean, how could you not miss these faces? But, well, our crew had a blast of a Sunday afternoon during our first ever post-game live show. The same can't be said for the Temple men's basketball squad. On Sunday, the North Texas Mean Green made their way to North Broad to join the Owls on a very special day. Forget President's Weekend, it was Hooters' birthday. But on a day made for celebrating, Sunday was filled with anything but. This is a weird situation for Oklahoma. If they lose, congrats, you lost to Temple. And if they win, congrats, you beat Temple. It's a lose-lose situation for Oklahoma. So for Temple, they need to look at that and put a target on Oklahoma's back. They're disrespecting you. They're disrespecting your fans. Nobody believes in you. What are you prepared to do about it? And that should be the message in the Temple locker room going forward. It's only fitting that with the blizzard outside, I'm throwing it back to a game that saw a blizzard of its own. There was about a foot of snow on the ground in North Carolina as this game was being played, but the snow wasn't the only thing coming from the sky. It was Aiden Tobiasen with the one-handed jam. I want to go higher. Take another look. Look at this. Extension, slams it down. That's my men's play of the year. Well, of course, it's very hard to transition from such a sudden and impactful passing to a winter break that saw such great things from the men's team on the court. But we do want to update everyone on how the team is doing with the win streak that we haven't seen for a long while. Let's kick it back to Wednesday. The Owls searching for lucky win number 7. Gavin Griffiths had his fingerprints all over last Wednesday's stat sheet, and it started early. He puts back Jordan Mason's layup for his first of 9 made field goals. And for ECU, it was all about Jordan Riley. The former Owl dropped a game-high 29 points, including this smooth left-handed layup for his second bucket of the day. It was an off shooting night from Darian Ford, but that didn't stop him from making an impact. He knocks down the tray ball to boost Temple's lead to 9 points. A few possessions later, it was more Jordan Riley. He dips into his bag and sets up Eli DeLaurier down low. Really nice pass. Look at this. ECU cuts the lead to 7. Later in the first half, Temple up 12. A Jordan Mason mid-range miss has the Owls offense scrambling. Manhattan transfer Swish Gilliard gathers the offensive rebound and keeps the ball in play, and it's capped off by this tough finish from Darian Ford. Owls take a 15-point lead into the second half, but not for long. 5 points right out of the gate by ECU, including this Dimitri Gardner mid-range J, cuts the Temple lead to 10. Later in the half, Temple up by 12, and guess who changes it again? It's Jordan Riley, knocking down his first of 2 made threes in the second half, and he cuts the Owls' lead to 9. About 2 minutes later, it's another bucket from Goggle Gav. Gavin Griffiths, off of a really nice set from Adam Fisher, gets his man in the air. Look at this, Pop-Tart, and he knocks down the 26-footer to boost the Temple lead back up to double digits. Under 5 to play, Temple up 7. It's Riley again. He goes right at Ford and hits a tough mid-range jumper to drag the lead down to 5. 3:30 to play. Temple hoping to put the game out of reach. Mason dribbles himself into the coffin corner and finds no other than Double G at the top of the key for 3, and he knocks it down for his 5th and final 3 of the game. And despite a late push from the Pirates, Temple holds on for its 7th straight win, 75-67. Griffiths made his presence felt, notching 24 points and knocking down 5+ threes for the second game in a row. Griffiths also recorded 4 blocked shots, the 3rd time this season he has swatted 4+ shots in one game. And despite shooting just 3 of 11 from the field, Darian Ford finished with 18 points himself. Ford made a living at the foul line, knocking down 10 of his 12 attempts from the charity stripe. And for ECU, it was all about Jordan Riley and Giamatti Emejuru. The Pirate tandem combined for 48 of ECU's 67, with Riley notching a game-high 29 and Emejuru adding 19 of his own. But even with a 3-0 start in league play, the Owls know that there's more work to be done to keep it going moving forward. Thanks, Natalie. Temple has seen quite a few changes between win number 1 and 2000. It can be easy to get caught up in such a rare feat, but in a program with as much history as Temple, we can't forget the past. So we highlighted how far the Owls program has come since its inception in the late 1800s. 2,000 wins and counting. Temple started its program in 1894, playing in College Hall and playing under Charles Williams. The Owls competed as an independent school for 36 years under 11 different coaches before joining the Eastern Intercollegiate Conference in 1932. Temple became the first ever NIT champion in 1938, winning 23 of its 25 games. It took 49 years for Temple to win its 500th game, with Josh Cody at the helm in 1943. The program took off in 1952 under the first of two Hall of Fame coaches. Harry Litwack won games number 700, 800, and 900 during his 21 years on the bench. Under Litwack, the Owls won 373 games and made it to two Final Fours with help from its legendary backcourt of Guy Rogers and Hal Lear. Temple basketball became a national power in 1982 when the Owls brought on John Chaney. Temple won 516 games under Chaney during his 24 years on the bench. It included 17 trips to the NCAA tournament, along with 5 Elite Eight trips and a #1 national ranking during the 1987-88 season. The winning continued once Chaney retired in 2006. Along came Mr. Big Five himself, Fran Dunphy. The Owls won games number 1700, 1800, and 1900 during Dunphy's 13 years on the bench. He also took Temple to its last NCAA tournament in 2019. This brings Temple basketball to the present day under Adam Fisher. 129 years of basketball with hundreds of memories, along with 2,000-plus wins. Between 1895 and 2025, plenty of things have changed. But one thing that's remained constant, Temple basketball winning lots and lots of games. Reporting from the studio set, I'm Pat Dallahan. Natalie, back to you at the desk. Yeah, guys, the Owls are already beyond the halfway point of their season, with only 5 games remaining. Temple is standing at 4-3, so a bowl game is well within reach. Let's take a look at the Owls' past the 6 wins and their first bowl game in 6 seasons. And we've broken down the 5 remaining games for the Owls into 3 categories: must win, can win, and long shots. Let's start with the Owls' next opponent and the only team in the must-win group, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. With the Owls exercising their road game demons in league play in last Saturday's win, I'm confident in their ability to get the win on the road. Now on to the can-win group, where you'll find the ECU Pirates and the Army Black Knights. I'll start with Army. The Black Knights have seen some mixed results this season, with a win at Kansas State and a loss at home to Tarleton State on their resume. Meanwhile, with ECU, it's all about the offense. The Pirates have tallied more than 400 yards in 5 of their 6 games this season. The Owls' defense will surely have its hands full. And finally, on to our last group of games, the long shots. Both Tulane and North Texas are teams that could very well find themselves in the conference championship game in the college football playoff come December. A win over either for Temple would be huge, but it would also be a major surprise. With only 5 games remaining, the Owls' chase for a bowl will be much more clear after Saturday. Win number 5 looks good this weekend, but win number 6 will be a bit more tricky. I'm Pat Dallahan reporting from the studio set. Emily and Jackson, back to you at the desk.